You got to level up. If you ain't growing, you're dying. How do you not understand this? Optimizing yourself, leveling up, self-development. In order to do that, you got to set goals. All day, every day, 365. Even on the weekends, even on the holidays. If you don't have a goal, then you're losing. If you don't have a goal, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't even in the race. If you don't have a goal, then by default, the goal will be to lose at life, will be to die. Because if you ain't growing, you're dying. That's how you optimize yourself. Fitness, for example. Why fitness? Because this is a freaking doggone fitness podcast. That's why. So we're going to start with fitness. If you are trying to lose fat, you're trying to go from 250 to 200, that's a good goal. In between that big goal, you should have little mini goals. Month 1, lose 10 pounds. Month 2, another 10, 10, 10, 10, something like that. If you're trying to make all kinds of gains, if you're trying to get stronger, if you're trying to squat 400 pounds, 500, 600 plus, set goals. Start where you're at. Set a goal for a training program, a training block, maybe a month, 2 months. Figure out where you're at from there, and then just keep increasing the weight as to hit your goal at some point. You got to optimize yourself, not just in fitness, but in life as well. At work, if you're stuck in the same position that you have been for the past 20 years, maybe it's time to change it up if you're trying to level up financially. Maybe go work for another company as to make more money. Maybe that's the level up you need because you're stuck. Maybe you don't like what you're doing. Go work somewhere where you want to work. Somewhere where the work is something you don't mind doing for the next freaking 10, 15, 20 years plus. You got to be always optimizing yourself. It's on you. Not on your mom, not on your dad, not on Uncle Sam. It's on you. You got to level up. If you ain't growing, you're dying. How do you not understand this? So that's that. Another thing too. You can always find something to level up. At the gym, we go back to the squat example. You want to squat 500 pounds. Great. It takes you a year to get there. Now what? Figure out another goal. Maintain that if that's something that you want to do, or maybe you just want to hit that squat for 1 rep max. That's the goal, and then you want to come back down because you know the training as to get to that 500 squat is just too intensive, and you can't maintain that year round. Find a good squat goal that you want to do for reps, and then move on to your bench press. Move on to your deadlifts, to your squat cleans, to your shoulder press. Find something else. The idea is to constantly set up little goals so that you are continuously growing. If not fitness, maybe go run. You're not a big runner? Perfect. Become a good runner. If you can't run a mile without freaking passing out, again, there's a goal right there. Go do it. And if you don't want to do it, that's exactly why you do it. Because you don't want to do it. You got to train your mind to do things you don't want to do. I've been running since the beginning of the year, 2025. I don't like running. I hate running. And that's why I do it. Every week, I do that. Let's say I run for the entire year. And I'm not running a lot. It's just a lap around the park. Maybe I can increase it. Maybe I can set a time. Hey, this is my time. That's how long it takes me. 4 minutes, 30 seconds. I want to try and shave a whole minute. 3 minutes, 30 seconds. That could be my goal. Once I get that, and because I don't like running, it's not my forte. I would probably be freaking hauling ass at that point. I can't maintain that. But once I get there, I can bump it up to a lap and a half. Or maybe 2 laps. That's a goal right there. No matter what, you can always find something to do. I also started squat cleaning. I'm not an Olympic lifter, weightlifter by any means. But I've seen it done here and there. Not very many people do it. And that's actually another reason that I'm attracted to that. It's appealing to me. Like, not everybody does it because not everybody can do it. So that's why I'm going to do it. That's why I have been doing it. I incorporated it into my training, and so now I do squat cleans. As far as the weight goes, it's not very impressive, but I'm working on techniques, on my technique. And so we're getting there. Not going to lie, a month ago, I basically said YOLO, and I tried squat cleaning 225, and I just about took myself out. My wrists freaking, bent in ways that they shouldn't. They both popped. I thought I messed up my wrists, but I didn't, luckily. And they've been sore ever since. It's been over a month. And I'm still trying it. I'm still lifting. I'm not letting that hold me back. Because again, I'm using that as a challenge as to optimize myself. My wrists don't hurt. What am I going to do? I thought about wrapping them up also, but I was like, no. Why? So I can be reliant on my reps. And see, that's how I think. And so for me, because it's harder to work out without wraps or any kind of assistant elbow sleeves, knee sleeves, that's why I do it. There you go. You got to be continuously looking for things to level up on. Anything and everything. Another big one is nutrition. You got to level up your nutrition game. You got to dial it in. If not you, then who? I'm not going to do it. You should want to do it. And if you need help, then reach out and we'll go from there. But nobody is going to be going around giving people their macros and daily calorie intake and training programs and saying, hey, please do this so that you can be healthier, fitter, stronger, faster. Please. Hell nah. If you don't care, then that's it. You don't care. That's on you. You ain't trying to level up, and that's fine. And that is fine. Because not everybody wants it. Not everybody wants to grow. Not everybody wants to live longer. And I know in saying this, If you're not growing, you're dying. It's kind of a little like tag, and it kind of rhymes, and it's kind of cool. Like, oh, if you're not growing, you're dying. But really think about it. If you're not eating better, if you're not training, if you're not constantly doing things that are a benefit to yourself, then by default, as a byproduct, you're literally dying. Because if you're not eating healthy as to live longer, a healthier life, then you're eating unhealthy. And that'll, by extension, shorten your life. We have a lot of diseases, a lot of issues, a lot of obesity problems, blah, 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 X, Y, Z. I would argue that a lot of it could be fixed by just eating better and training properly. You don't got to go ham all day, every day, 365. Some might. Shoot, I will. You don't have to do that in order to be healthy. But you do need to eat properly. And you do need to train adequately. Because gains are 80% nutrition and 20% actual training. Gotta level up. Most of us, we're doing the 20%. And I've been saying this and I'll keep saying it. Because that's the easy part. For someone to just start working out, let's say you've never worked out before. The easiest thing is just go to the gym, start working out. You don't gotta think. You just go to the gym, show up, just start doing machines. That's how easy that is. And so that's why a lot of people do that, because it's easy. All right, cool. Well, let's say you did that for 3 months. Now you're just kind of stuck. The next step is you got to get your nutrition on point. That is the hard part, as mentally, as far as telling yourself, hey, I need to eat better if I want to optimize myself, if I want to level up. It's not even and that's why it's harder. It's not even the actual macros. It's not even the actual calories and breakdown. It's telling yourself, I need to eat better. Because once you learn what your daily calorie intake should be and your macro breakdown should be, it's easy from there. Heck, we got apps for everything. You can get an app for that. I'm telling you, it's easy. You don't got to go ham. You don't got to be, you don't got to do above and beyond. You don't got to train 365, 24/7, all day, every day. But you can train 360, 23/7. So with all that being said, make sure you are optimizing yourself all day, every day. Be sure that you're not getting complacent, whether in the gym, at work, in life, as to optimize yourself. That's the only way to do it. And if you're going to do something, do it. And if not, then shut up and don't do it. Nobody wants to hear it. And if you need help, reach out. So let's work.